Have you ever wondered what would happen if Spider-Man didn't hold back and just let loose? Well, in Spider-Man Grim Hunt he did, and it was not pretty. When the Kravinoff family started killing off other Spider people in order to resurrect Kraven the Hunter, Peter Parker decided to show them no mercy. He took down Kraven's family one by one and actually became the Hunter, where the Kraven family became the Hunted. He honestly acted like a true predator hunting its prey. And when the time came for Spider-Man to fight Kraven the Hunter, Kraven put up an incredibly good match with even pulling Spider-Man's arm out of its socket. However, Kraven still lost. And Spider-Man was actually going to kill him until Julia showed Spider-Man his future of what would happen if he actually did kill Kraven. So in the end, he decided not to kill him and he went back to being the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man we all know and love. However, with this instance here, we did finally get to see what it would be like if Spider-Man went all out.
Spider-Man and Black Cat do have a romantic history, but let's talk about the time when they got married. Well, it all started when Black Cat needed Spider-Man's help to rob a crime organization known as the Magia. Now, the Magia have this wedding tradition called the Wedding of the Martyrs. It happens when two Magia families have bad blood, so they pick one person from their families to get married to the other. However, once they're wed, they get sent into this room and fight to the death in order to settle their families' differences. In order to infiltrate the Magia and get into this special room, Spider-Man and Black Cat posed as the two people from either family set to participate in the Wedding of Martyrs, where they then got married by Magia standards. After they got married, Spider-Man and Black Cat then successfully pulled off their heist on the Magia. Now, does this wedding officially mean that Black Cat and Spider-Man actually got married? Probably not, but regarding Magia standards, they probably did.
This has to be one of the craziest things that has ever happened to Spider-Man. So while fighting the soul-eating vampire, aka Morlun, Peter begins laying him out, gaining the upper hand in the fight. Or so he thinks, as in reality, Morlun is just letting him expend his energy. He then rips Peter's eye out, eating it right in front of him, and Morlun proceeds to beat him to a bloody pulp. But he stops when the cops arrive because feasting leaves him in a weakened state. Instead, he waits until he is alone in the hospital, where he goes to consume his soul. MJ tries to stop him, but he breaks her arm, which angers Peter so much that he taps into some powers that he rejected when he was bit by the spider, where he then begins to morph into a human spider, giving him the strength to overpower Morlun and give him a taste of his own medicine by eating him alive. One of the most shocking moments in comics history has to be the death of Gwen Stacy. You see, this was one of the most impactful moments when a hero finally lost. And not only did it stick with readers, but it also changed the comic landscape for a long time, as others wanted to replicate the success that this comic brought. And to this day, it's still one of the most impactful moments for the character throughout all the comics. One of the greatest superhero duos in Marvel has to be Spider-Man and Daredevil. Like almost every comic I have seen with the two of them is just amazing. The way Peter's never-ending humor plays off of Daredevil's seriousness is perfect, and even the fact that they have similar powers is great as well, which is why it's honestly just a no-brainer to pair the two up. Something I hope the MCU toys with, as now that they are trying to do a more grounded Spider-Man film, it would be the perfect time to have them team up against someone like Kingpin, Tombstone, or really any big-time crime lord.